just be playing that continuously until we get to the
Perfect.
next asset. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, okay, then let me actually start by saying hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Phoenix Holdings. Alex speaking, your host, as always. Friendly, I hope. We have MedFX tonight here with us. You guys are already seeing their introduction video, and I'm gonna give them the floor. So if they want to introduce themselves, a bit about the project, we'll go deep into this. So, gentlemen, it's all yours. Take it away.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for having us over here. It's definitely been it's a privilege to be here to speak to all of you and giving us a chance to show MedFX and our team and what our project is about. My name is Alvin, and I'm the CEO of the company. We have approximately about 15 people who actually work for the platform, with the devs working on our application, from our metaverse, from our NFT platform, and so forth. So MetaFX, the whole core of our project, especially what MetaFX is all about, is that we're a utility-based type project. And what I mean is that we're here to show our utility before launch. We're not here to give the audience and the investors that our utilities and all that is going to be coming soon, or 6 months from now. We have our utilities on hand, and this is what makes MetaFX different from a lot of the tokens that are coming onto the space. So the first application that we have is our Watch to Earn application. So we have the rights to show movies, and basically the way that it works is that you can go onto our application, you can watch all these premiere movies, that we have that you guys are all familiar with. And the way that it works is when you watch a movie, you're going to earn from it. And so basically, the way that we monetize on our platform is through advertising. Companies like Tubi, Netflix, especially Tubi, it's a free streaming application. Tubi generates approximately about $700 million a year on advertising through their free streaming app. So we have adopted that model through our MetaFX platform. And so basically, like I said, you can watch movies, and you watch these advertising. There's approximately about like six advertisements for each movie, and we monetize through that. And so basically, what we've done is we're going to share the ad revenue with the people who participates into the Watch to the Earn. So, this is the great thing about it, is that we have that sustainability to have this project continue. The money doesn't just come from thin air; it actually comes from a source, and we sustain ourselves through that advertising and other monetizations that we have, and we're going to get to that. The next thing that we also have as far as a utility is our NFT platform. So, in order to participate into the Watch to Earn, you would have to purchase an NFT, and there's a three-tier system where, depending on which tier that you purchase, um, it's more earnings that you'll receive. The thing about our NFT platform, we're not just going to monetize just through just the NFTs for the participation of the platform. We have other various things that we have in terms of like our third party creators. When our metaverse is up, you'll be able to buy avatars. Just the things that most metaverse projects do have. But we're in a very, very niche project. And that's where we want to focus in on our metaverse, is to have the users go into their Oculus, and they're going to be able to watch these movies in a drive-in setting. So you can go to our NFT platform and you could purchase a vehicle, and basically you can have your friends, drive into the movie theater, which is like in a drive-in setting, and you could actually watch the movies there. The other things too that we have is that you have these private room settings where, it's like your own home entertainment, your own little clubhouse, and you guys can congregate there, and you can invite people, and you can make it private, where no one can't go in there, but only the people that you invite. So, you know, that's just another way of using the metaverse where you could bring your friends or your family, and you can go ahead and enjoy movies. Um, and so basically, those are our three main utilities: is the metaverse, our NFT platform, and our watch to earn.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And our mission with MetaFX is basically to bridge the gap between the conventional world and cryptocurrency. We want to do so with our streaming app and our strong economic model that's built to withstand any market because we are getting advertising money from a third party, which we're paying the crypto holders with. Our vision is to basically be able just to provide a venue that transcends people from their physical and geographical boundaries. So whatever country you're located in, whatever restrictions you have, um, we want to be able to, provide you a limitless world in this metaverse. And when we first started this project, it was built on the idea that this would become a full-fledged metaverse. But we honed in on and focused on the fact that people wanted and responded in a positive way to the watch to earn protocol. So we wanted to focus on that to build our platform because we know with the watch to earn protocol, we're providing something that people normally do in their everyday lives. If you think about it, like watching movies is built into our daily lives. I'll take my family for example. I have three kids, and they've been begging me for weeks and weeks and weeks to take them to the movie theaters to watch Jurassic Park. Um, so it's kind of built into our lives through media, and so we wanted to be able to provide people a way to earn money with our native token by doing something that they love to do, and that's watching movies.
Yeah, I just want to add it to emphasize on what Crypto Kid was saying. This is the thing about our business model. You have play to earn games. You have these move to earn games. Play to earn games, they come out like a dime in the dozens. And it's obvious that as people who are here, we see this. We see tremendous play to earn games. And some of the things that they're struggling with is finding that user base because not everybody can play games. You're narrowing and you're homing in just on and relying and depending on players to sustain your ecosystem. And so, the difference between what we have in our business model is that everybody watches movies. We've been doing this since the time that our parents put us in front of a TV. It's part of our lifestyle. It's part of the way that we wind down. It's part of, we, get together with our families or our loved ones, our significant ones, and so our business model, it will sustain itself, especially that it's a free application. And so, we have that longevity and able to reach, higher market caps, because of our business revenue. Once we start entering into other countries, one of the main things, the main place that we're going to be focusing and targeting, even though we're able to reach that audience in Southeast Asia, because we have that licensing, that means we have China, we have Indonesia, we have uh, India, we have the Philippines, Thailand, and Korea. And so basically, we have the licensing there, but we're going to be focusing really heavily on promoting our application in the Philippines. Why? Number one is they're fascinated by the whole earn concept. And during that pandemic, it really helped the Philippines, you know, uh, to gain another way of income while everything was shutting down. And so they're so into the earn concept. And we're going to be homing in on that. Um, And so we're creating our partnerships, and we're going to be getting our ambassador for each country. And so basically we just have that business model, and eventually, I'm sorry, we're going to be round robin back to the United States. I have the licensing to have a worldwide audience, but we're just going to be focusing on Southwest Asia before we start having our application being available. One of the
Yeah.
things,
And in
what's
addition,
great,
Alvin, the
I'm
the
sorry.
true benefit of us focusing on a particular region rather than a national rollout, it gives us an opportunity to interact with the local businesses and stuff that actually have a presence in that specific region or country. So let's take, for example, our partnership with the data company. We're going to be able to provide people in these regions because we know that data, is a big thing. You have to buy these data cards. They don't have access to like a full Wi-Fi with unlimited internet, like what we see in the United States, for example. And data is a big thing. So we wanted to be able to have that interaction with the local business to build the foundation for MedFX because it's all about building the library of movies and expanding our customer base. And we know we're going to do so with the expansion of movies. So Alvin has been in deep talks with, big companies such as Warner Brothers, HBO, of the future plans and development down the road once we're in that path of adding regions such as the United States. But to start out with, we wanted to focus on these regions, these smaller regions, because it gives us that opportunity to establish relationships with companies that interact and have that presence in those markets. So the deal that we have set up with the data company is that if you show that you have the MedFX app installed, when you're purchasing data cards and extra minutes, you actually will get a discount. And I think the discount is what, 10%, Alvin? They said. And
Yeah,
that 10% discount, in addition to what you're earning on the MedFX protocol, can go a long way in these regions because the value of the dollar and stuff like that is different in these countries. So we wanted to be able to focus in on these smaller markets.
yeah, totally. It's in the Philippines, in these regions, if you can save, let's just say you could save $5 or just even $3, $2, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna purchase the data cards. And so it helps the telecommunication company gain a lot more user base. In the same time, these people would be downloading this application just to get that discount. So we're really, really confident with our marketing strategy, with our KOLs, with our influencers, that are Filipino based, and we're in talks about running a national TV commercial on our application. So, we're going to be targeting Lazada and Shopee, which are two big, gigantic, how would I say it, online shopping. And so everyone shops there. So basically, running our ads and things like that. So we definitely have a plan on marketing uh, our application in the Philippines very, very strongly. And we've been running our Facebook ads, and we're getting a lot of people who are inquiring and how can they participate in something like this. You know, so as far as expansion and things and going like that, and the way that we're targeting, we truly believe that we will be successful on our user base.
Okay. Wow, so many things. I'd like first to state the fact that even earlier I was talking to some of the people in crypto that I'm connected with, friends, and and I've kept this positive mind for about half a year that a project like yours needs to hit the market sooner or later because it's an untackled business. Sure, in theory, everybody would say it's simple. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who am I to judge? but it's not there. So in terms of if we're to look at the prospective market, at your prospect competition, let's say, there isn't any, maybe not that I'm aware of. It hasn't been tried. And again, I'm stating these facts based on my knowledge. Maybe I'm wrong. If so, please accept my apologies. But the fact of the matter is, as you've said, I think it was MetFX that said, with your permission, I'm going to call you Alvin, if that's okay. So I think it's Alvin that at some point he said, we're kind of sick and tired of play to earn games. I'm with you on that. And the main reason is because there has been a cycle after the NFTs, after Solana hyped them so hard, where we kept seeing games on and on and on. And I think at some point we need to see a delivery based on those games, because they raised to the hype, but they never delivered. Why? And I'm going to stick to your commentary because you're right. They are niched, while you guys are not. What you guys did, in my opinion, because I'm a user, I mean, on an average, I'm watching maybe two or three movies per week. I don't have that much time. I would watch more, but you're turning a regular habit. Like everybody watches movies. You don't need to be a a technical guy to watch a movie. You just log into a platform and there you go, or you download it or whatever. While on the other hand, Alvin made a solid comment as well that games are niched because you need certain maybe technical aspect to be able to play a game. While on the other hand, movies are just appealing within their core nature. So as far as I'm concerned, you guys are unique on the market. You're super early. And again, because this is a habit that everybody has, but nobody actually thought to put it out there and to say, listen, adapt it to the blockchain and we can monetize based on advertisement. So this is just my comment. If you guys have anything else to add, please go ahead. I don't want to ruin your introduction or presentation.
Yeah, no, I mean, you said everything that's right. I mean, our application is so easy. All you need to do is download it. You don't have to sign in. You don't have to do nothing. Just press play and done. It's just that simple the way that we've done it. A lot of times we get hesitant because we have to log in, we got to go ahead and put our information and all that, and we have that option. But you can just log on and you can just press play, run through the library, see what you want to watch, and it's that simple. One thing about us is that we have that scalability. We're definitely going to be on the Samsung TV and the Apple TV too as well. It's not just going to be the iOS, it's just the Apple itself. iOS, I mean the Apple Store.
Absolutely. And
So
then
we
just
have that
on the Apple
scalability
Store,
to expand into other devices rather than just Web3, Metaverse, uh, iOS, Android. You know, we have that scalability to take it to the next level. And so, with our business model, there's strength. There's that, uh, we have the capability of expanding. I'm not too sure a lot of people know or even heard this, but imagine when our platform gets launched, especially our metaverse. I can tell you 100%, we're going to have people start doing AMAs in our metaverse with that MetaFX logo, with introduction to other projects. So other people are going to see what MetaFX is all about. So we have the incredible ideals to promote our brand. Brand recognition is so very, very vital. So imagine when someone can go in there and you could pick your avatar and you could host, the person who's going to be that you're co-hosting about their project, and they could put that in the form of an avatar, and you could talk to them, and it's streamlining on Twitch, it's streamlining through YouTube, Telegram, Discord. you know, it's going to bring a whole new element, and that brand is going to be recognized by a lot of other crypto projects as well. Um, One of the main things that I want you to understand, it's not just also the application, it's also the marketing team. Marketing team is so important for any project, and we have 4 people. We have Mr. B, who came from Virtual, Cloud Chat, and some other projects in the past. They have that experience And we could already, it's evident where Cloud Chat went. We have CryptoKit Finance, tremendous with a lot of projects. They know how to trend. We know CMC trending, Dex Tools trending, PoolCoin trending, Crypto.com trending. We all have that. A lot of companies, a lot of projects, they don't know about those. They don't even know who to go to. They get scammed. But we have direct access to those tools. We have market making. We also have a Vader who came off from another project that he was hired on, $35 million market cap on the first day. They know which groups, they know what's effective, they know who's not effective, and they've been in this game for so long to understand what works and what doesn't work, you know. And then we also have a person who's called name Talkstar. Talkstar has been in this game. He's been hired by a lot of projects, but he's very particular about certain projects. Um, and he can give us one, that he's also a BTalk influencer, and he's been doing a lot of things with KuCoin. He's part of Pink Cell. Everyone swears that if anybody who wanted access to getting in front of the team of KuCoin listing, he has that access. We have CryptoKit Finance. The block, he has access to uh, the people who can get us on the centralized exchanges and really strategizing that. So those are really very vital into a successful project. You have to have that marketing team, and MetaFX has that marketing team. We've scrutinized and these are people who have proven track record to know how to market a coin, who knows those influencers, who has that presence in Asia, you know. And so basically, not only that MetaFX has utility, but we have that marketing team that is so vital for any project to succeed. Guys, one of the things is that
Yeah, and then one more
uh,
thing on that, Alvin. One more thing on that. Alex had mentioned this being a simple platform or a simple project. My comment on that is that actually the stripped down version, we take as a compliment, because it allows us the ability to market this to the no coiners, to the people that have no idea about cryptocurrency. Um, and remember, we have a full development team that's working on this metaverse, and this will be implemented in the future at some point for MetaFX. So just because it's simple in the beginning, it allows us the opportunity to expand it in a much more effective way. And what that means for a project is that it has a long-term vision. The holders will make tremendous money. They have a plan to make this uh, a logo and a brand that people come to recognize. And as being able to build something big in crypto, you have to be able to attract those people that are going to come into the industry that are not just familiar with buying BNB, but that are just new to the space in general. And that's the huge advantage that MetaFX offers, is the ability to be able to attract people that are not just in the crypto industry, and that makes marketing much easier to do, and it could be so effective when you have a project like MetaFX, because it's basically bridging the gap between those two worlds.
well, also, kid, you got to remember, the fact that we have that streaming application and people will have, we are going to have those tutorials. If you really want to learn about cryptocurrency you don't have, and you have that MetaFX application, you will have that access to have an introductory through MetaFX, through media. And so we could able to convert people uh, to cryptocurrency and have us possible of having them be an investor into our platform. So media is very, very powerful. And the way that we have that platform, we can actually attract a lot of people to come in because we can have those introductory, um, videos so that people can understand crypto. So there's a lot of things that is when it comes to the ideals and the way that we can, um, you know, advertise to the masses. Because remember, this is a free streaming application. We get tired with watching Netflix and their stream. I mean, look at Tubi; they have a lot of kung fu movies, but they were able to home in on a 30 million user base and uh, you know create an income revenue of $700 million in ad revenue and expect it to go to 1 billion, and they're only concentrated in the United States. So as far as brand recognition and as far as our application, we have that growth. We're definitely 100% going to be traveling uh, this ecosystem that we have through these other conventions that are coming up around the world. This is something that Talkstar said. We need to advertise and have a local presence at these conventions and these cryptocurrency. It's a must. It's a way to attract those other investors who been, uh, wanting only will invest into something that is something that's launched, not something that's in the pre-sale, you know. So we definitely have that plan to really expand that brand that we have, which is the MetaFX brand.
Again, you guys are putting a lot of concept and a lot of ideas there. And I'm gonna try and make a summary for the community. Everything that you said is, I mean, it's on the spot, and I totally agree with that. For the people to understand why I believe that the project is gonna market by itself. Once you guys hit, let's say, once you guys hit the floor, you guys are gonna market by yourself. You don't need to. I mean, you're gonna do a lot, but the project, the idea in its core is going to sustain that marketing on and on and on, because it's, as I've said from the beginning, you guys are trying to monetize, and you will succeed in monetizing a habit, a usual habit that everybody has. And by doing that, you guys are offering, and I'm going to quote your white paper here, what I think a lot of the features, there are various features that you guys took into account when developing this project. But I think the most important for me, I'm going to, let's say, consider myself a regular user with not a lot of experience when it comes to cryptocurrencies and platforms and streaming and so on and so forth. You guys took it to three, you narrowed it down to three most important features, which would be simplicity, because at the end of the day, once I'm done exploring for the first time MetaFX platform, you guys want me to say it's really easy to use, and I'm going to recommend it strictly based on that, aside from other features. It's sustainable because a lot of projects we've seen, game to earn, play to earn, whatever, and in the end, one must wonder himself, are they sustainable? Can they afford this on the long term, and not only for the 6 months while we're going to trade it? And you guys are sustaining. Again, it's a regular habit that you're going to monetize through advertisement. Pure genius idea, if you ask me. And then because of the area of expertise in which you guys are going to operate, the ability to scale on a long term, the scalability of the project. These three are the let's say, maybe the core factors that need to be taken into account, amongst others. Because when I said that the project is simple, I'm not taking that back. It is simple in its core because it's genius. Whatever used to be simple back in the day used to be genius as well, and that's where you guys are going with this. Everybody could probably develop an NFT collection without utility, or a game, or you guys know better because you're developers on your end. But the fact that we have habits that can easily be monetized through advertisements, yeah, think about it. You're watching a show. How many ads do you see per 1 hour show?
You're
2,
exactly
3,
right.
4? That's money.
Exactly right.
Money to be made.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly right. Alex, can you do me a favor and unmute Nigel? He's a part of our team as well.
Yeah,
Um,
that's right.
but user acquisitions will get better and better over time. This is why we focus on Southeast Asia, because those banners, those billboards, those TV ads, those influencers that we use in this specific region, we will have data and know which one is the best performing one. So when we do expand to bigger markets and bigger countries, we'll be ready at that point because we will know and have data on these smaller regions allows us, to get partnerships with these businesses, which is vital, to growing the whole industry overall.
Well, check this out, kid. Do you know how we're gonna also home in on the cryptocurrency? Do you know we have a guy named Chad Stoops? He just came out with his independent film. I'm not too sure. I think it's already developed. He already showed it on his Facebook just because I'm friends with him. The fact is that we have someone who comes from that industry and knows how to develop films. Can you imagine? Okay, I want you to imagine this. Imagine if we came out with our own series called Degenerates, the life and the story about people who are in this space. If there was a movie that was a TV series or a short series about people in this space, and it could be funny, could be serious, and so forth, we could actually bring that. And can you imagine how many people will be downloading our application just to watch that series because it's part of what we do in
Oh,
this
yeah,
space?
absolutely right.
You
And,
know,
and, and that's why on the white paper album that we have, that we want to be able to attract on our platform content creators. Because imagine those filmmakers, those influencers that are uploading videos now that are not able to send them to Netflix because Netflix won't buy them. But now they have a platform where ultimately they can share revenue profits with us and get their content seen by a growing and growing community. Imagine how powerful that is. So that's the reason why we want to attract and we have this partnership with the filmmaker Chad Stoops is because we want to be able to attract those content makers and give them a platform where their movies and shows can be seen.
yeah, I think even a budget, from what my understanding, when we were talking to like Nikolai just because we have a lot of people on our team in terms of you know strategic marketing and things like that. For us to come with a short film and Chad Stoops to do a documentary on rugs, it could be as that simple to create that type of documentary with $100,000 budget. And the fact of the matter is, if we ever came out with that, or when we come out with that, how many people in the cryptocurrency would want to watch that show? That's brand recognition right there. Where can we hear about this video? And of course, because of the marketing team, we're going to get it out there. So,
Yeah, and of course,
everything
I'm
is
paying while watching it as
everything
well.
is a step by step level in terms of what we do and what we've already foreseen within the next 5 years. I could assure you that MetaFX is definitely going to be one of those tokens that is going to have a successful brand recognition because of the movies and the things that we're bringing to the table. One of the things that separates us from Netflix and them is because of our metaverse. I don't know if you guys heard or follow CZ on Binance, but he said he went to the movies, right? And he was all up in his tux, and he said, "I'm here going and watching a movie, but we need to bring movies to Web3." And MetaFX is already doing that, and we've started this project before he even made that tweet. So I think that MetaFX is on the right track to be that first to do so. And it's evident that we
The
have the
fact
metaverse.
that the fact that you're running this project like it's a Fortune 500 company, um, he watches every launch that goes on his chain, of course, and this will get his attention. And the fact that you have that long term vision, that long term plan for MetaFX is attractive to people that want to invest in on in projects because this is not typical on the BSC, and we know that this is not typical to have a project with this of a long term of a vision and have this strong of a team.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing today?
We're
Hey,
doing
Najo. Sorry for muting you so late. I wasn't actually following the chat, my man. So yeah, you have
No
the floor.
worries, no worries, no problem. I just wanted to say a couple of things. I mean, obviously, one of the things that has me absolutely bullish about this project, and I'm talking from an investor's perspective, is that you're not necessarily just investing in a white paper and being time rugged about, the utility will be out at this point, the utility would be out at that point, and then 6 months later, you have nothing concrete in your hands yet. So, this is absolutely bullish because, these guys are doing an amazing job of getting things done behind the scenes, which shows us that they have the capability and not only the will to get this project to where it needs to be, for one. For two, Alvin, I believe, spoke about brand recognition and how important that is. And that to me, just the fact that that is being taken into consideration, and the fact that, there is a lot of focus going into that is absolutely amazing as well. Like you said, Alex, everybody watches movies. You know what I mean? Movies get made because they bring in a lot of revenue. And as of right now, we have all of these streaming applications that are, Netflix, for instance, they're talking about incorporating advertisement as well. Although it is a paid service, I pay for my Netflix every month. I pay for Hulu. I pay for all of these. And yet, you get all of these advertisements and whatnot. But me as the consumer, I don't really benefit anything from those advertisements, besides watching them or maybe interested in a product. That, I believe, is what Web3 is doing. And that's why I'm so bullish on Web3 as a whole, is because, content and your what would be the word to say here? Your content is basically becoming yours again. Your data is becoming yours again. You know what I mean? It's to a point where, now not only am I not going to necessarily be paying every month for, a streaming service or this or that, but I can also actually make money while I'm doing that. That is absolutely groundbreaking and revolutionary. And I believe that with this team, that is fully capable of pushing this project where it needs to be, that has the right connections to get it to where it needs to be, that is capable of doing those things. With the project, with this groundbreaking, revolutionary idea, and with getting the community on board, it'll be absolutely unstoppable, 100%. I mean, I'm 100% convinced that this is definitely going to be one of those top cryptocurrencies in the market as a whole. And like I said, I mean, I could elaborate, for hours why I believe what I believe, but definitely I think everybody here should take a look at it, should definitely do some research about it, see who the team is that is behind it, and that is going to push it absolutely to the sky is the limit. Just like I believe that was either Alvin or Crypto Kid said, with already getting onto Samsung and iOS and whatnot. And I mean, the application is already developed or being developed. I mean, these guys are doing stuff that is unheard of in the crypto space.
No, it's already developed, bro. And this is what
yeah, there you go. So it's already developed. Yeah, so it's already developed. I mean,
MetaFX has the support of the DTC group, which is the marketing partner of CloudChat, which got to an $80 million MCAP. Anyways, they sent me about 20 DMs that, we have to hire this guy on their team because he was such a great asset to them. And, here he is. But, I think that basically is the bigger picture here. Like, we have the connections, we share the resources with, verified methods, and we're taking marketing advice and stuff from other projects that are proven. And just a little bit about that.
100%. And like I said, I mean, the real big thing for me is, like I said, because you're not just investing in a white paper. I mean, you're investing in an app that is already fully developed and that is going to continue to be developed as technology develops, as we all know. So, with these things, I don't think there's ever a time where you can go, oh, my app is, 100% perfect and there is no improvement. to be made. And like I said, I mean, you know, there's always going to be innovations being added to it and whatnot. But like I said, I mean, everything about this project is absolutely bullish. The team is bullish. The community is bullish. The project itself is 100% bullish. It's like I said, it's groundbreaking, it's revolutionary, and everybody should definitely take a look at it. I mean, imagine if Netflix, when it first came out, you know, had an opportunity to where you know you could invest and then basically be almost like a shareholder at this point, right? Am I right by saying that? And you know, there is absolutely no way that this isn't going to blow up just because of, like I said, I mean, you know, everything about it is just absolutely insane to me. It's unheard of in the crypto space. It's being done by a team that has been proving itself over and over and over again, that, you know, they have all of the connections, they have everything it takes. And yeah, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see where it all goes. I'm super excited, and yeah.
I agree with each and every one of you guys' statement. There's no question about the success of the project itself. Sure, I mean, we're seeing some tough conditions on the market, but when you look into perspective, what you guys are building, I mean, that works either way, because, and we're going back to the core foundation. Are we not going to watch a movie because it's a bear market? It's not really related, you know. But what is related, and what I want to discuss a bit about now, because we understood the core. I mean, we're trying, of course, to kind of grasp everything that you guys are going to build in terms of concept and ideas. Let's discuss a bit about the token itself, because there will be a token, as far as I'm looking at your white paper right now. Let's start with the tokenomics. Where are you guys right now? Because I'm seeing on the white paper several, let's say, sales stages. So if you can walk me through a bit, where did it start? Like, when was your seed funding, for example? Are we there? Has it ended yet? And what can we expect in the next?
We're at that pre-sale stage now. We're launching on for IDO launch pads, you know, and so basically we're going to be on Zelwyn, which is going to be the first IDO launch pad, and then we got Gempad, and then we're working out our kinks with Combinites, which is one of the just got nominated as a #1, you know, launch pad in Asia, and then we have PinkCell. So, you know, as far as the tokenomics goes, it's, you know, pretty fairly simple. There's the people who got into the seed sale. They basically got I think it's going to be a 15% drop on them on launch, and then they get 4% distribution every single week. And then the next phase is the second seed sale, which was 18%. I think Escanor has the chart up.
You want to go over the tokenomics for everybody?
The tokenomics. It's basically if you invest into coins that go on IDO launch pads, and whether if it's VC backed, you know, it's pretty simple. We definitely didn't want to do something where you get your drops every single month for the last 12 months. So we did it weekly. We wanted to do it that way, but there is that vesting period. The people that who vested into our seed sale truly believe in what we do, and I'm very thankful for those people, whether it's families and friends and people who know us in this space, you know, and for investors who invest into our project, we're definitely, gratitude to know that we're here. This is why we work hard, to ensure that the investors' money is they're getting what we said that we were going to give them. I don't get any sleep at all, and but as far as the vesting period goes, Escanor can go ahead and explain a little bit more on that.
So just let me clear, like everybody can see the sheet, right? It's visible, or do I need to zoom in?
Yep,
No, you
yep,
can zoom in.
yep.
You can zoom in a little bit.
I was about to say, if you can make it a bit bigger, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So is this visible now? A little better?
Yeah, for me it's good.
Okay. So So considering the seed funding, so we like the TGE for phase one, phase one, seed round one is 15%, and then it will be vested as a drip of 4% every week. Similarly, for round two, we are doing a TG of 18% on launch, and then we will be or like dropping 4% a week. And for private sale as well, we are doing a 20% TGE, followed with a 5% a week vesting schedule. And for pre-sale, 25% on launch, 6% a week for the rest of the allocation. And considering the price, so if you see here, so the price, like what we offered in the seed round was 3x. Will give you a direct 3x on what the price will be on the launch. Okay, and for what we're offering in the round two, it's 2x of what the price will be on launch, and the private sale is like 1.5 times of what we will be offering at the launch. And as you can see, pre-sale is 1.15x of what we will be offering on the launch. And other than that, team tokens are locked and vested over like 36 months. Treasury is locked and vested for an year. Exchange locked and vested. Marketing is locked and vested for 6 months, I guess. Like I'm not sure about that one. Watch to earn will be locked and vested for 3 months. And that's it. Our starting market cap will be $677,000, and you can see the FTV is 6 million, fully diluted value.
Perfect. We actually got everything out of the. I wanted to ask about the tentative initial market cap as well, but we got it from the sheet. So to be fairly honest, it's not that big of a difference if we're looking at the seed funding. Maybe some of the members are thinking, did we miss that? Well, more or less we missed it, but it's only a 3x difference, and it's a different vesting period if we take that into account. Definitely, it looks fairly reasonable, and these are solid tokenomics, if you ask me. I mean, you don't tend to see this amongst BSC space. You don't tend to see so well thought tokenomics. So definitely, whoever thought this and whoever put this through, congratulations. Hats off to you. I really love how it's looking. You guys thought about everything. The early supporters and adopters, the private sale, which you need to have, and then the pre-sale, which is probably going to be available to everybody. Then you got the team, the treasury, the exchange, so you guys can sustain every single aspect of your token, of course. And then the advisors, because you need to have that, plus the launch, which is the liquidity itself. In terms of taxes, because I don't want to bore you guys with the simple questions. I've seen some good ones in the community, but I just want to cover. In terms of taxes, are they unique? I mean, is it buy sell 8%?
No, that part we had that big discussion. We're going to be changing the tokenomics after the first day of launch, which is going to be 0% in and 5% out, because we want that volume trading going. We want the whales to come on in and trade with that coin, because it's such a low tax. Eventually we're going to be going on a zero tax. Zero tax on there is because we are going to go on a centralized exchange. We're not here to we're here to get onto a major centralized exchange. So eventually we're going to have that zero tax tokenomics. I mean, in terms of the taxes, we're going to have zero tax. And so we're really on that move to get on that centralized exchange. We're already having talks already as it is to get on there. And this is through Crypto Kit Finance is setting that all up. He's just focusing on getting us on CMC, pre-CMC, which we should be getting a notice pretty shortly, within the next 72 hours. We should be already pre-CMC. Not only that, we're going to be getting on a centralized exchange, especially in a market like this. We're not here to, dabble into just
We're
being part of the
thinking
index.
about the sales tax exchange. Obviously, we want to get on a tier one exchange with NetFX, and so we understand that lowering the sales tax is going to be an option that we might have to do in the future. But we will update our holders in pin messages about any changes of taxes, but it will be for the better. So.
Yeah.
Perfect. Man, you guys are offering so many incentives to add to the list on the pile is the 0% tax that you guys are going to implement. Yeah, I'm actually looking one more question before I jump onto some of the community questions. I think this may have been asked as well. This is more of a general, not only concern, not on my side, but I'm sure you guys have been asked this a lot. We're in a bear market. Everybody's afraid, blah, blah, blah. Not me. I'm a huge fan of projects launching in a bear market because I consider that it's the proper way of launching when the market's down, so that when it's a bull market, everything goes up. But again, that's just me. As I think Najo said, it's up to everybody to do the research. My question to compare the periods. Have you thought about the bear market? Has it affected the development of the project? Of course, it probably could have gone better if it were a full bull market. But would you say that it made a big difference? Did you have to change any steps in your roadmap at all?
Well, definitely, yeah, it did, Kit.
Yeah, no,
It did.
1000%.
Yeah, we were going to come
Yeah,
out with the metaverse first,
Alvin,
and
Kit,
then Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Alvin,
ahead.
let Kit take this one. Kit, go ahead.
No, I mean, well, yeah,
No, I couldn't hear Kit. It was cutting out there.
the
Apologize,
version.
bro.
Yeah. Kit, your mic doesn't seem to be working right now.
Yeah, just a bit. It happens. No worries.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's the reason why we went down to the stripped down version of offering the watch to earn protocol, is because we originally started this project as a full-fledged metaverse, but the watch to earn protocol was gonna be our second phase after launch. But with the whole bear market, we seen the response from the public with the watch to earn protocol, and we understood that the business side of it would withstand any market conditions. The reason being is because we're getting funds from a third party advertising that's paying for the views. So, we basically wanted to bring that foundation to the project right away, considering where the market's at. And it had a big influence on, the way we changed the whole vision of the company. And that's huge with any coin, to be able to change something about the project, because it takes guts to do something like that. And I think that's part of the reason why Alvin is such a good leader, because he inspires people. And his team, he has built a strong team with MetaFX. And so he listens to the team, takes their advice. And this was in deep talks of going to this watch to earn protocol instead of the full-fledged metaverse. We have that metaverse ready to be developed. We have our developers working on it. We have a whole development team right now making the app, but we also have a whole nother development team making the metaverse as we speak. And so yeah, just to answer your question, Alex, the market did affect the strategy and thinking of MetaFX, but we hope we brought a better product to the table because of it.
Yeah, we were ready to adapt and prepare contingencies to secure the future of the project and the scope of development. So yeah, we were pretty much prepared because we expected something like that happening.
So basically, the bear market had a little bit of an effect, but I wouldn't necessarily consider it a negative effect. Like Kit was saying, it opened a lot of doors and a lot of opportunity, and it gave also various incentives as far as strategizing goes and all of that. And I would actually consider it more of a positive thing than negative effect. Any time you get to plan more and strategize more, I think it usually works for the betterment and the longevity of the project. So with that being said, I think just like these gentlemen said before, with the brand recognition, with all of the things that they're focusing on, with the metaverse already coming, everything, it's unbelievable. It's almost unbelievable. Like I said, it's really groundbreaking and revolutionary. And when you have something that's groundbreaking and revolutionary, I think it also defies the market sentiment as a whole, I would say. So I don't necessarily think, even after launch, and just like you said, I'm one of those guys, I try to buy red. I don't necessarily go chasing green candles. But, bear market or not, when you have something that's revolutionary and that's groundbreaking, I believe that it'll stand out even during the bear market. And then, once you get on that bull run, then it'll really take off, with everything else as well.
No, I mean, I'm glad that, well, okay, I don't want to say that for all investors, but it's an opportunity to showcase MetaFX. I was talking to Chief and it was like, man, I'm into like 50 different coins right now that are all part of, like OIG and FishDAO and all these other coins that he invests in on these seed sales. 50 of his projects are not launching. And I'm looking at, was that a negative or is that a positive? No, to me, it's positive because there's not going to be too many projects that are out there that is launching, and we're going to be showcasing more about our project. It's like you don't have to choose amongst 100 or 200 projects that get launched that month. So to us, it's a positive. And as the host was saying, when the market goes up, we're going to go up. So it's an advantage to us because there's so many projects that are out there, but now that there's only very few. And so we'll be one of the tokens that stand out. But like, what is this MetaFX movie in Metaverse and, the application and all that? And if they had to choose about what you're going to invest into, well, shit, I'm going to invest with these guys because they got something that's new, that's fresh, and they have that utility. And they don't have to make that quick decision. Well, here's this other project, here's this other project, here's this other project. No, I have no competition. And that's what's great about it.
I mean,
And then in addition to that, just one quick point. Marketing as a result of that, Alvin, is a lot lower. So things that cost 10,000-15,000 in the bull market now cost 5,000 to 7,000 in the bear market. So when you have a coin that's ready to spend like MetaFX on marketing, they can get a big run out of it because the overall cost of marketing is down because of the market. So we have looked at the positives of moving the watch to earn protocol and using it for the launch.
Without offending anybody, not you guys, not the investors, I would just like to state, as I've said before, I think that the smart money, that's a key concept that's being made in a bear market. That's why I've said, and I'm going to stand behind my statement, projects that actually launch in bear market. I know people are afraid to invest, but think about it. You buy when it's low, not when it's high. That's all that I'm going to say. I don't want to offend anybody with my statement here. I just want to ask you guys, because I agree with everything that you said, and I thank you for the very detailed explanation on so far all of my questions. Would it be okay for you guys if we maybe tackle a couple from the community? Victor, which I assume is one of your moderators, has actually done a tremendous job answering most of them. Still, I selected probably 2 or 3 that were my favorites, and I want to ask you guys if that's okay with you, of course.
Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. Many of them, as I've said, many of them were answered by Victor. So kudos, Victor. That's a tremendous job. I've seen one, and this is quite interesting. You know that there are so many copycats. I mean, you guys have an idea right now, and although you guys have a fully developed idea, tomorrow there could be a project that's going to launch based on your idea, just trying to make a quick buck. So thinking of that, what would you say? We're just going to do a mental exercise. Let's assume that tomorrow, okay, let me make the fraud. I'm going to be a fraud and I'm going to copy your idea and I'm going to launch a project. Hopefully it doesn't happen. What would you say is your edge in terms of technology? Aside from the fact that I wouldn't even know how to run it, what would you say is your edge in terms of technology when it comes to a copycat?
Well, from setting up the platform, I would say when you look at MetaFX, it's a licensed U.S. corporation in the United States. In addition to that, they're getting the licensing with these movies in the legal way. So, these movies on their platform right now is all cost, to show in a legal way. So for a person to get a coin to get set up and to get operated in this way, it will take time. And so in addition, we have different user acquisition marketing strategies that we will benefit from. And with those two advantages, I think it's basically, it would be hard to replicate this type of coin in a matter of days or weeks or even months. This types of projects take a long time to set up, but we welcome the competition, I would say, from a MetaFX standpoint.
Well, and one of the things is like, they say copying or imitating somebody is the highest form of admiration as well. But keep in mind that we see that all of the time. We see that with all sorts of projects that are being created on a daily basis. I mean, even if you just go to BSC scan and look at it right now, you'll see that there's project after project being created on a daily basis, right? There's a few of them that do stand out, however, and usually it's those that bring something groundbreaking that I'm going to refer to as trend setters, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because, and this is true with everything. I mean, Shiba has how many different copycats, but really, how many of them can touch Shiba, or whichever other coin you want to take into comparison there. But definitely, just like Kid, I think that was Kid, or was that Alvin that said that right now? This isn't just a meme token, that has. I mean, it's a real use case, real life use case utility, with a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of thinking, a lot of strategizing behind it, a lot of connections. Because just like you said, I mean, in order for you to be able to we're not talking about illegal streaming sites here. We're talking about being able to legally stream something, and then in essence also make money from doing that. And in order to replicate something like that, I mean, it's almost near impossible. And even if so, let's say, you're some kind of multi-billionaire and you have a team of developers and whatnot sitting in an office and whatnot. But usually, even then, trendsetters, are usually the ones that stand out with everything. Because by the time that somebody copies what they're doing right now, these guys will have evolved into something bigger by then. And just kind of keep evolving as things evolve.
Yeah, it's hard to get the movie rights. It's just the way that it is, and getting the library that we're getting, it takes time to set up, and if you're trying to play this, One thing, an advantage is in order for someone to fork what we're doing here and actually do it right, because you'll get shut down easily if you're showing movies that are not licensed. You have to be a registered company. This company that I go through, these companies, you think you can get Warner Bros. Without being DeFi? It ain't gonna happen. It's just not, you know. So this is the thing that we've done this right. We've done it the legal way. And if you're trying to fork our you could fork it, sure. You could say the blah 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 that we're gonna come out with this and that, you know. You can do that. You can actually,
Then,
lie to the people. But
but
if
then
you
your
if you're doing it
investors would
legitly,
be
you have to get the license. You have to be a registered business in order to obtain licensings for the movie. They're not going to deal with anyone who doesn't have a business license,
well, I mean,
So
and even then, I mean, like I said, I mean, your investors would be essentially investing into a white paper with, nothing else to show at the moment. But even if you do, let's say, even if you create something similar or whatever, I don't think that would necessarily matter. I mean, like you got various streaming sites already. I mean, you can watch Amazon Prime, you can watch Hulu, you can watch Netflix and whatnot. And at the end of the day, competition is welcomed. And at the same time, just like I said, as far as in the crypto world goes, the trendsetter will always stand out. By the time somebody forks it, by the time they obtain all the licenses, by the time they make all of the connections, by the time that everything, this will have already blown off and will be untouchable.
yeah, it's funny how you say that trendsetter. When it comes to move to earn, who do you think of? Who do you really refer to? If you were to refer to
GMT.
somebody, GMT. Hmm. I heard of
Probably.
Steppen. I heard
Well, yeah,
Steppen. Yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
Aren't they the same
Uh,
thing? GMT is the token of Steppen.
I guess so. Yeah, you could be right. But I just remember the name. But yeah, for sure, if that's what it is, we always refer to Steppen.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
why they reached to it. They were the trendsetters of that. So, we have that opportunity to do so for sure.
exactly the point, my man, and that's mainly the reason I've asked this is because when it comes to exactly as you said, to trend setting, it doesn't even matter what period you choose. If you know how to develop your product, which you guys know, if you know how to market your product, which you guys know, if you know how to build on the demand, which you guys have, because there's demand all over the place, then what does it matter? And this is for the people that are concerned that we're in a bear market and projects shouldn't launch and blah, blah, blah. False. If there's a demand and we create that demand, we, the people, the users, that's who creates the demand. It's so simple and so elegant at the same time from my perspective. So I'm not saying you guys should invest just because I said so or just because I like the concept or whatever. Everybody do the research. You have the documentation in Phoenix, by the way. We're going to get to the part where we remind everybody what stage is the project in.
Well, Escanor, that's where you're at right now. Let's drop it. Okay, go. I'm sorry. Call sometime. I'm sorry. Continue.
Perfect. If you're okay with that, because I just wanted to add that my last question was actually, man, is Victor one of the moderators in your team?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are paying him or you should raise a statue. He's top notch. Just saying. I've seen a lot of moderators, but he's just so fast in answering the questions. Thank you, Victor. By the way, the community is super happy. We're not usually we're not accustomed to that, but yeah, top notch moderation
team,
there.
Alex. That's the whole team.
Awesome. I love it, man. What can I say? I'm a fan. Don't let me interrupt you. Let's actually before we wrap up. Well, in my opinion, and I hope I speak for the community, has been a very successful session. We've learned so much, and yeah, we're creating the demand for you guys on a daily basis. This is going to market by itself, and it's not just me saying. You guys will see. I mean, not you guys as in the developers, you guys as in the community. put things into perspective. As we said, we're not comparing the project to Netflix, but think about it this way. If Netflix and HBO and all other platforms wouldn't have demand, they would have dropped dead in like a week. They're still there. This is blockchain. We're still super early in blockchain. You guys connect the dots. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, before we wrap up, whichever you guys want to take this, let's remind the people, where are we right now? How can we get on board? We want to buy.
Yeah, absolutely.
How can we do that?
Absolutely, Alex. Escanor, why don't you handle the dates of the IDO launchpads?
Yeah, and then we'll talk to you afterwards because we have another list too as well for our KOLs and stuff like that. But go ahead, Escanor, just show them the dates and just be part of our community. We're going to bring a lot of things to the table. Get informed with what we're doing, and that's the best way to know when not just only the dates, but also the development, and what we're bringing and engaging with our community and bringing on people aboard on our VCs to talk about our platform and other things too as well. But go ahead, Escanor, you go ahead and show them the dates and stuff.
Yeah,
You mean we schedule
our
that we have
first-
for like all the ideas, everything?
correct. Yeah, like we're the first launchpad is Zelwyn, Escanor, and I think the sales come up in a matter of a few days.
Yeah. And then we have Gempad.
Yeah, just a few days
Starting
after the Gempad pre-sale. Yeah, we have Gempad pre-sale coming on 6th. So, and we will be running a whitelist contest particularly for that pre-sale soon. So don't forget to join the Metafix community and participate in the whitelist
Yeah,
contest.
we're gonna
And
keep everybody updated with the status with Communitas on their date. But then the final would be, Pink Cell.
exactly.
Yeah, so the final would be actually Pink Cell. So, get in on in our community and so forth. I mean, I know that we're closing up, but definitely, why don't you just go ahead, Escanor, and just show them our development of our app and just how simple it is and so forth. Maybe you can explain some of the things that are that you're going to be showing.
Yeah, just give me a moment to set that up.
Even better if you can visualize what we're talking about, what we're going to invest in. It makes it even simpler for the community out there. So yeah, we're just going to wait here patiently, Escanor. And also, this is a first for me, and I'd like to thank you guys for the transparency. I want to be honest. I never saw so far, and I've hosted quite a lot of projects. I've never seen a community that shows another community, everyone that's been on board or that they jumped on board with the project. So we all know the callers out there, and most of them were on your sheet. So damn, that's a solid investment in a post pre-launch marketing, a post pre-sale, if I may say so, because the launch was at the end on the 12th. So yeah, if you're a serious project, you can definitely understand a lot from that sheet alone. But yeah, don't let me interrupt you, Escanor. I just wanted to say that yeah, we thank you for the transparency and for the honesty, my man.
Yeah, go ahead, play the video, Escanor. So that's the sign-in
So this is
screen.
the
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this is the MVP of the application. So you can see like there is a hamburger menu where you can find different options. So this is the oh, let me pause this one second. So this is what the login page would look like. we will be definitely changing it when we move through our different testing phases, alpha testing and beta testing, and when we come with the global version, it will have a little different user interface. This is how the burger menu is gonna look. You'll have one second. So you'll have you will be able to access your privacy settings. There will be a terms and condition where you'll have to agree to the terms and conditions that you comply with the terms and conditions that Metafix is laying in front of you guys. There will be the reward function. This is where the Web3 integration will happen. This is where people will be able to track how many hours they have how many hours of content they have already watched, how many ads they have already gone through, and how much money they have made. And this is where the claim will also happen. We are still working on the final user interface for this one. We have the privacy settings done. You'll have your account. You will be able to customize your account, your profile. You'll have this will be integrated in a subsection where you'll have an option to browse through movies, TV series, regional shows. Currently, we are targeting the Southeast Asian market, so we will have a content slightly inclined towards people their choices. So yeah. So this is how the first impression of the UI will be like. So you'll have recommendations, and you'll have like all the new movies that will be added in the library. They will be featured in a different carousel. Then you'll have it would be something similar to Netflix, but it will have a Web3 integration. We want to keep the UI. We don't want to like create a UI that is difficult or very new to the people. We are like sticking to the basic schematics of like how the other streaming applications have made the UI, because they have already like done tons of research to build that up, and it's like very user friendly. So the UI for the Metafix application is also inspired by the same schematics and the same framework for the API.
Definitely. Well, we were talking earlier about simplicity, and yeah, I mean, as a user-friendly interface, that's what you need. And I mean, personally, I would. Oh, and there's the
the
part.
watch. Yeah, 1 second. Let me jump to that. So this is here, like we will have like three tier system where you'll have like different NFTs that will aid you to earn through the Watch to Earn protocol.
Okay, easy enough. So you connect your wallet at the beginning, then based on the NFTs, you get your tier, and then you watch your your videos. Okay.
Yeah, you watch your videos. Like we have safety protocols that will allow us to like monitor how the users are actually going through the timeline. We have like timeline trackers in place so that nobody is able to cheat the system. So like imagine if they try to like fast forward the video, so they won't be able to do that, or if they they may be able to do that, but they won't be paid for that session. So like if you like imagine if you are trying, like you can rewind through the timeline, but you cannot move forward at a faster rate. Just like you have on YouTube, you can browse through the video at 2x speed, at 1.5x speed, at 1.25x speed. So that won't be possible over here. And here you can just like YouTube has the advanced resolution setting where you can set up the default resolution. We are going to have something like that as well, so that accidentally people don't end up using their mobile data or the excessive they don't have to go through excessive data usage. So they can just like set up a default resolution that they can handle the data users that comes with that resolution. They can handle it, and they will just like set it as default for themselves.
Awesome. Yeah, you cannot go wrong with this, my man. I mean, everybody would be able to use the platform with all its features, with even with the rewards. Yeah, top-notch quality, my man. and it makes it so much easier when we're looking at the utility that you're going to provide before the launch, because we have it in front of us. And as far as the UI goes, in terms of how should I put this, inspiration, because sure, maybe you've heard comments like this is too similar to Netflix or HBO or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
why complicate things when it comes to the
Yeah,
UI?
we
You need to
wanted
put
to,
things in
because
perspective.
exactly, like just like Instagram, Twitter, they all have a similar scroll feel, right? Because like people have gotten used to it. They have trained they have a muscle memory that is used to that type of user interface. So you don't want to like challenge that. You don't want to create a challenge to use your application for other people. So you want to keep it as simple as possible and as uh, what is it called? It should be like they should be able to like they shouldn't face any trouble while browsing through your application. It should be familiar to them. So that's why we kept the UI as similar as we could to these other streaming applications like Netflix and Prime Video.
Yeah, also,
Makes
It's
sense.
like
with
Yeah.
our
saying,
back
and
end panel and sorry.
no, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say it's like you don't necessarily need to fix something that's not broken. You know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily need
Exactly.
to reinvent the wheel here. The reinvention of the wheel is being done by implementing streaming movies into the blockchain technology and then all of that. But just like Escanor said, um, people are already accustomed to a certain way things work. You know what I mean? Like just because you're creating, let's say, you're coming up with a new electrical car, right? You're not going to necessarily change all the driving methods or driving in general. You know what I mean? Like you can change some features here and there to make it more user friendly, or what in your opinion is a little more user friendly, but you don't need to reinvent the wheel and try to fix what is not broken.
Yeah.
And this, in my opinion, this shows another key feature of what you guys are doing. You're not overcomplicating. You're not trying to overdo things. You're just putting it out there. This is how it's going to be. It's easy. It's reliable for anybody. So at the end of the day, nobody can complain and say, listen, the idea is good. We can monetize this, but it's too complicated. A regular user is going to be happy, and it's going to become regular from a simple user just because of how easy it is to use the platform, to get rewarded, and to enjoy its regular habits on a daily basis. That's what we're talking about here. To everybody that maybe joined a bit late, you got all the questions answered in the chat. I praise your moderator again for that. Honestly, you guys did a top-notch job. I think this is the MA in which I spoke the less, probably 20 minutes out of the entire hour and a half. And that says a lot about the passion, about the motivation that you guys have, and the fact that you know how big this can be. And this will be at its proper moment. What I will ask anybody, before I give you guys the floor to make your ending statement, I would just like to say this. It's up to you guys to do the research, to decide if this is up your alley or not, to think things through, look at the tokenomics, look at the roadmap, look at what they did so far and what they plan to do within the short term or long term future. And yeah, I mean, it's up to everybody. I hope that the AMA session was as engaging and interactive as it was for me. I've learned a lot, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. Hopefully, I can get whitelisted on whatever platform. I don't even care on any of them. It will be good. Yeah, definitely to be a part of this. I mean, I think it's an early train to success, in my opinion. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys to give us actually your ending statement before we wrap up. Whichever of you guys want to do that, floor is yours, gentlemen. And again, I speak for the community when I say this. Thanks a lot. This has been one of the best projects that I've been looking forward. Not that I know you guys, but the concept. I've been looking forward to this concept in a long time, and I'm happy that you guys are tackling this.
Yeah, thank you. Like with the closing statement, I think today it's evident what MetaFX platform is. in terms of some of the groundbreaking things that we're going to be bringing into the space, and actually being one of the first to do so. And that the fact that our team has that marketing aspect, which is so vital to any type of project. It's evident that we've shown you that our utility and how we're going to have all of this things at launch. So we're bringing something different. We're a utility-based type project, and understanding that we have these utilities. We're going to bring another standard to this game, because the people are going to see the success of this project that we're bringing to that space is a utility-based type project. Understanding the team and the hard work and the staff, and the fact that we're a registered company, we're KYC, we're docs, and we have the licensing to show movies in the blockchain, and as far as our application goes. But one thing is that I'm grateful to have this platform and to be able to speak to you. I'm also here working hard. We're all working hard. We wouldn't have gotten here this far with our application, with our community, because of the people who believed us and invested. And it's our duty, to work hard for our investors who put us on the map. And there's going to be many lives that's going to change. Not only that, with the people that's part of our team, especially the people who are not making that much income because of their country or whatever it may be. It's going to change people's lives. And so we're very, very grateful to be here, to present our project, and definitely be part of our community. There's a lot of things going on in terms of our next AMA is going to be with the Godfather 50X. They were one of the main supporters for Quint that reached up to a $2 billion market cap. And, we're going to get our rest, and we're going to prepare for that AMA. We're going to knock it out to give us that platform. A lot of those investors made a lot of money. And we were fortunate that other groups who believe, other AMA groups, is the ones who set that up for us, because they believe in what we're doing. It's because we're a utility-based project. We're not here to give you fluff. I'm not here to, get you all pumped up. I'm giving you facts. I'm presenting our utility, and I'm presenting my marketing team, Crypto Kid Finance, Mr. B, Vader, Talkstar. This is a group that comes from crypto-centric experience, worked on a lot of projects. We're talking about Mr. B, who comes from virtual and cloud chat. We got Crypto Kid Finance, who's worked on a lot of projects, and so many projects like C Charge is coming on. I don't know if you guys know about that. Stay tuned with our community, because you're going to see what these types of projects that are bringing on to the space. But yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for having us here, and we hope that you join our community and really take a look and do your research of what our plans are for our project. But thank you very much. I definitely appreciate the time. Do you want to add anything, Kid?
No, just a little bit extra. MetaFX is just wants to be a part of the change on the BSC, guys. Like, we've seen the type of projects that launch. They don't have that long-term vision that, that to withstand any market, to be ran like it's truly a company rather than a coin. And I think that's the advantages of MetaFX bring to the table. They have a long-term vision. They have a solid team, and Alvin has a way of inspiring people, and the team he's built at MetaFX is as solid as they come.
I would definitely say so. And again, I think I speak for the entire Phoenix community when I mention the fact that we stood here. Typically, our AMA sessions go from 45 to 50 minutes, maybe an hour. I think we're past that for sure. I don't know where time went. It kind of flew, and especially since we actually spoke a lot. It was an open discussion. Well, we learned pretty much everything, at least until now, until this stage, about the project. Thanks a lot for taking a lot of your time to explain everything to Phoenix community, to answer all of their questions, to put things in perspective, and most of all to show us exactly what we're going to invest in, the platform, the video. And one important factor, I mean, if you guys were here, you saw it. If not, you missed it. The list of influencers that are behind this. And yes, they are influencers over the space, whether we like it or not. Let's call them calls for everybody to be familiar with. I think most of them are there. Maybe all of them, maybe not. Remains to be seen. But that shows a lot of faith from the space towards the project itself. Do the research. I'm not going to advise anyone, not financially nor otherwise, to invest or not invest in a project. But what I've said it, and I'm going to say this again, the smart money is being made into a poor condition market, because when everything goes up, your money goes up with that. That was all from my side, you guys. Thank you a lot for everything, for the presentation, for the in-depth explanation, and for the questions that are being answered in a very professional way. I was Alex, as always. Hope everybody has a great evening. Thanks everybody for participation, and I'll probably announce the winners of the giveaway in a couple of minutes once I finish my dinner. So thanks a lot everybody for participating. Thanks to MetFX. I hope to see you guys out there. Do the research. I think it's solid. Thanks everybody, and have a great evening.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks you guys. Take care. Bye for now.